This is your daily market review for Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka The Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. Hopefully you're having a good day. Markets closed, decided to take off last night. Again, as I've said, I think this options expiration, quad witching options expiration, the rebalancing, there's a lot going on this week. And I've said this and I'm on record. I think it's going to be a wild week. And knowing options expiration typically has a direction one part of the week and then another the next. I'm very curious to see how the rest of the week ends up. So if you have any questions, new to the channel, check out the Discord room, link in the description below. Hopefully you're having a good day, enjoying it. Whether you're working or not, getting a little clarity, getting a little time off. I will say it's nice to have a midweek holiday. Typically not normal. However, enjoy it while it lasts. So, what do we know for the rest of the week? Well, triple witching OPEX. I mean, the triple witching June Dow has mixed, but it's been down 7 of the last 8 days. Again, if you don't have the Stock Traders Almanac, it's in the link description below. I recommend it highly. Now, again, is it always right? No, but it's like the Farmer's Almanac. It gives you a very good idea of what to expect for seasonality and timing of the year. All right, you want to join the Discord room? Link description below. Please follow on the Twitter, posting tons of stuff, what we're up to. If you want to chat about real estate, you want to talk about trading, you want to talk about investing, whatever it is, and you need some help, want to go deeper, sign up, take 30 minutes, click on the live Zoom link, and we'll catch up. I mean, again, a whole host of things. I've had calls in the last couple of weeks with folks about all sorts of fun stuff, psychology of this stuff, trading in general, how to start certain accounts, how to do certain things. Don't hesitate to reach out. Also, check out the website, tradingagent.com. Here you go. Here are the links to the only books you really do need for trading. The Almanac, Understanding Volume Price Analysis, and How Operators Work. Tons of great information, all the Twitter videos, all the beginning videos as well if you're learning trade, educational videos. So much there. Okay. We know the next rate cut, again, next, more like the first, apologize, a little under the weather today. There's like a summer cold going around. I caught it. How? I don't know. We know that they're not really anticipating anything until potentially September. Now, the July meeting, will something happen? It's tough to know. But we do know that if the economy's fallen off a cliff, in my opinion. I mean, housing sales, single-family housing, inventory is exploding. Commercial real estate, we know that's already been an absolute bomb and killing banks. We know unemployment's rising, but they're filling it with part-time jobs from, I don't want to say illegal immigrants, but you know what I mean, from foreigners. I'll get triggered by that. I'm not trying to cause pain or trigger anyone, but just be honest. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. It's like America, I wouldn't say America, it's just like full-time employment's getting replaced with part-time employment. It's not good dynamics for the long-term structural integrity of the economy. And interest rates, as we talked about, have a 6 to 9 month lag effect, and they just keep cranking them up. Well, eventually they will get what they want, which is a slowdown. Bitcoin, chop and range. Oil, talking about oversold due to bounce. There you go. Now, here's the thing about oil, and I'll go on record this again. We have to refill the SPR. I think the downside will be possible, but it will be limited. That's where, again, waiting for the feds to pivot, to flush the economy with more liquidity. That will be the best time to buy commodities, in my opinion. Natural gas, again, if it ever sees the $1.50 range again, I'm telling you, call your mom, call your pastor, call your best friend. Because, again, long-term, I think we'll be natural gas exporters, where there's so much of it in the ground. And, again, I don't think that price will sustain with longer-term inflation dynamics in play. Let me know how if you traded the KOLD and you trade in the UNG, let me know. I'm just curious how that's going. Leave a comment below. I appreciate all the comments below. Like, if you actually appreciate anything I'm saying, even one word, hit the like button and leave a comment below. I love the feedback. I appreciate it. We talked about the decoupling. Saudi Arabia said they're done with the petrodollar, gapped up. Okay. Now remember, the dollar is the best turd, is the floating turd of the toilet of currencies that are in the toilet. Like I would say all of currencies for the most part, as the central banks have just gone full devaluation mode. I mean, And we've already seen Canada, Europe starting to cut rates. I mean, the dollar will hold up better near term because of that, in my opinion. Because again, it's again, to me, all currencies deserve to be flush. The way that they just devalue them and they don't have any integrity, they have no plans on paying back the debt. There will be issues. There will be price to pay. But here you go. We'll see. Dollar again, best turd in the toilet. It's floating at least. It's not one of those ones that just goes right to the bottom. Painting the picture of what it's really like. I know it's a little graphic. TLT, holding up. We talked about how the Feds want people to get into bonds, right? They need interest rates down. The best way to do it is to get money out of the stock market and get it into the bond market. We saw this in 2008, 2009. This is why I keep telling people, if you're looking to purchase real estate and you're waiting for interest rates to come down, you might have a small window where, again, interest rates come down and then they come back. I'm telling you right now, reach out to me if you need a realtor somewhere anywhere in the country. I will gladly help you get two for the price of one if you reach out with me, because I'll help you find that realtor. Also, will communicate, be the what I'd say was like you get two for one, meaning you'll have a realtor in your area, but you also have me advising on the whole process. Again, whatever your goals are, I can help out. I love doing that. It really gets me excited. And that's what I'm saying. Like if you're looking for this and the interest rates, and you're like, you're like, I want to buy a house, but being patient, like we talked about, just like I am. You're waiting for interest rates to come down. Cool. Well, here's the trade. Maybe interest rates are coming down and the TLT will go up. We've talked about how we made higher lows. Now we're breaking out over. Now again, when will that go and start? It'll probably get going more when things get a little scarier. And again, the VIX is not really showing the oomph that I want to see to get the market down. People are like, oh, you want to be bearish? No, I'm like, again, I just want to see I want the market to do what it needs to do correctly to wash out the GameStops, the stupid money that's just endlessly chasing up. Because again, that's what is the exit liquidity. We talk about that's how smart money uses the news and getting people to chase highs as exit liquidity. But when it's done, it'll be done. Be patient. Vivix is we talked about this is bottom first, showing you. But again, it can be choppy and sloppy. SPY holding up. I mean, credit where credit's due. If you've been bullish, you've been the winner. We talked about this. 3-day range, you could go with it. Now, would I trust it during option expiration? No. No. But again, we've gone from oversold to overbought pretty damn quickly. QQQ, same kind of thing. Right? Remember, there's rebalancing with Apple, NVIDIA, all these in ETFs. And that's pretty overbought. Keep that in mind. IWM, we talked about how the IWM should be leading. It's lagging like a mofo. We talked about oversold near term. All right. Just watch this area. I'd be watching. I don't know why I didn't say over. I'd be watching this area, maybe in the 20-day. But you might not even get that, just the way it's acting. The DIA, again, as the DIA has, like the Dow has led, right? Industrials lead. It stopped leading. Keep an eye on that. Gold. I love gold long term. Again, if you've got physical, you're sitting on a gold mine, literally. Silver, love it long term. But we're not going to trust it until the Feds pivot. Again, go study the history. I've been on record for, feels like forever. I think this is a big cup and handle, right? We broke out. People are like, oh, you bullish? I'm like, no, not. I mean, again, you could trade it. We talked about buying that dip, right? Remember in October 2020, you go watch it. That made sense, right? Now, near term, again, let them trap people up here, pull it back. Then you have unlimited. And like I said, once the Feds go full liquidity and central banks go full liquidity on, like gold will have no stopping. It'll be straight line move. Silver, same kind of thing. We like it long term, but let it pull back. Miners, again, if you bought dust in the 7 range, 6s, you're looking good. Near term might be due. Again, you have to remember straight line moves. They don't really exist. Trends are usually choppy, sloppy. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then you get to a point, a pivot point, you pivot. And then again, there's traps. Just keep an eye on it. Again, miners long term, yeah, but if you follow anything with credit issues, liquidity issues in the market, miners get absolutely freaking stomped. Like AG, like who doesn't like AG? But it's not acting right? You just got to get it like Newmont. Like it should be near 52-week highs. Zoom out. Not that far. See, I'm like, that's not even, it should be in the 80s, y'all. It's not. Again, value is there. Just it's hard to buy it before the peak, what I would say is the peak maximum pain, so that the flush is gone and then there's only like sky's the limit. And it's like Biggie, the sky is the limit and you know that you can go on, keep on pressing on. Yeah, we will be miners bulls big time in the future. TSM, I was watching this Friday, or man, it's like Friday, Tuesday. I thought the doji, and then usually you have what's called a doji sandwich, and you lead and you go. It gave it back. That's what was interesting. Again, if you watch the 10 minutes, I mean, homies in the freaking Discord room saying the same. Watch the volumes in the 10 minute. Like you get the opening and closing bars. They're just somebody looks like they're just quietly stepping out, and they're like, "Here, would you like my shares?" Just give it away, and that's what's been happening. Micron, here you go. I mean, this is just okay. Runaway gaps. And again, flip this chart upside down, and you'd be going, "Oh shiznit, this is close to bottoming potentially." Right, flipping direction. AMD not even participating. NVDA getting the rebalance. Again, I am building a position in NVDS. I don't know how to explain this. Like this feels like Cisco 20,000 when I was trading. Oh, will you get stopped out? It's possible. It's absolutely possible. But why would I not continue to build a position? This thing has gone absolutely bonkers. Sustainable. I mean, it's bigger than Microsoft now. Okay, with no revenue compared to that. No. Okay. It's the future. I got it. It's priced in the future. Don't put your head up your butt and pretend that it's not. Now, again, could we be wrong about when it happens? Absolutely. I've been wrong. I'll be wrong again. I'll be wrong tomorrow. I'll be wrong next week. You're going to be wrong. It's a probability game. But here's something we haven't been wrong about. And I'll give Jay Solstice some credit, some of the homies in the Discord room. Talked about call buying that was showing up. Yeah, said, hey, if you can clear all this, you're going right back to the range highs. You got it again. Again, if Thursday is kind of a open, sloppy, choppy up day, at the open, do not be surprised by a 950 handle. Congratulations. Again, if you follow the channel, hopefully you're having some winning trades. If you have some losing trades, that's part of the game. You stop out, minimize your risk, but there's some good stuff going on. Intellectual property, again, I got told by certain people in the Discord room, and again, you get friends, like, Intel's a buy. I'm like, man, like, again, it's not. Sorry. I don't know. Again, if it holds those levels, maybe, but it's just, again, we talk about Livermore book. If it can't act well when the market's doing well, it's telling you something's freaking wrong because, again, it's a supply-demand game. Why would it be selling? Why would it be selling? Right? SMH holding up pretty damn well. Nothing you can really say about that. Adobe, here's a trade we talked about. What about 3-day rule in effect? Right? Here you go. Gaps up, chopping around. 3-day watching. Again, I'd like if it gets below the 100-day, that gap should feel fast. Apple, rebalance. Again, everyone blowing out. Blowout city. Big volume at the highs. I mean, to me, this is obvious. This is the high, but does it mean it has to turn around? Amazing. I mean, quickly. Not necessarily. Amazon. Double top, triple top. I don't know. Quad top, chop top, whatever you want to call it. 100 days the key. Meta. Surprised. But again, I've been wrong before. I honestly thought I'd get stuck here, but then here we go. Gets up into this range. This is why we paint the picture with ranges. Rejection. Now, again, the safest trade is the 100-day. Once the 100-day fails, adios, amigos, sayonara, arrivederci, whatever you want to call it. I don't think arrivederci is goodbye. CRM gaps down on earnings, chopping around. Guggenheim, holding up, chopping around. Again, it feels like that doji is pointing the sign that the top is in. But again, when it goes, it will go. And if not, it could hold up pretty darn well. Microsoft, been making new highs. I mean, again, this one hasn't given me any signs of like, anything going on? No. NDAQ, again, I love shorting this because I think the NASDAQ exchange is not the future. They're absolutely going to get destroyed when people get murdered in tech stocks. It's showing you why. But again, if you can get up near the 60 level, even better. MicroStrategy. This one's tough. Again, I like Bitcoin long term. I don't. This is a proxy for Bitcoin. We've talked about this level mattering, rejection. We talked about the 50-day. It's kind of stuck in between. I don't want to predict anything other than if Bitcoin pulls back, zero doubts, kind of back to the 1250s. If the market collapses and they start selling everything again, throw the baby out with the bathwater, I would give my left nut if Bitcoin gets back to like 40,000 or 35,000, and again, it ends up being what we all think it is, and this thing gets back to the 200-day moving average or 750, I mean, I think you can snag that and put a stop in and hold that. Netflix and not Spill holding up. Gotta give a credit's due. Roblox. Again, I like this longer term, but I like it at lower prices. I've said this, and it looks like it's just a downtrend. It's really sloppy and choppy. Keep an eye on it. PANW, again, I like this one long term because, again, if Pelosi's buying it and she knows cybersecurity issues are coming, they be coming down the pipe. then at some point, yes. But it just seems to be getting stuck here at the gap. So please mind the gap. Again, trade it however you want. I'm just waiting. Tesla, this one's interesting. Holding the 100-day. We talked about that. Once it gapped over, it came back. You have a tradable reference. Again, leaving it alone. Insight, I like this. Look at the volume. Here we go. I mean, this coming off the bottom. Zoom out. Oh, apologize. It's been basing for a long time. Anywhere in the 50s. Again, this is one of those stocks that you might not necessarily trade. You just put it in your portfolio, leave it there, hold on to it, check it out in a couple of years. Because again, I think they're a buyout target. McDonald's, Mickey D's, Be careful here. It has to hold the 245s. DKNG. Interesting that, again, ESPN, I think, did they get a deal with ESPN or something? But I see ESPN now has their own betting. We talked about it being oversold, take some profits, especially if you short it up here. Now it's giving you opportunities where, again, trend line. I said maybe the 100-day. This is why you're not all or nothing trade. You're not black and white. Check this out. Just watch it. Keep an eye on it. Airbnb. Talked about this one gapping down. Again, sorry for the long video. Just trying to be informative here. Chopping. You got the range high. Watch that. Costco. This has been absolute beast mode. Nothing saying top yet. Starbucks. We talked about this being an absolute piece of crap for a long time, but we said, hey, watch this gap down. Here you go. High volume at the low. This is why you read the book, Volume Price Analysis. Again, link in the description below. Here you go. An extreme liquidation event that market makers have to absorb, and now they're bouncing it back, chopping it around, watching the 50-day. Could the gap close? 100-day play? Always. But again, longer term, I think you disappear. It's going to either go nowhere or come back down. Just be careful. Be ten cuidado. FedEx, names that should be, global shipping leaders should be great. Caterpillar, again, I love Caterpillar long term. Let it play out. We talked about shorting this at certain reference levels. It's looking good, but again, near term gets a little oversold, chop around. Not surprising, especially if the market's holding up and these aren't. It's telling you something. Nucor, same kind of thing. X, I think will get bought out. Zero doubt in my mind. What price? I don't know, but watch it. Holding at 36. VALE, again, another global growth proxy, has been absolutely beaten. But again, Brazil's a little bit of a sketchy investment at this point. Not surprised. Arrow, again, we talked about how copper peaked. That gap down. And again, if you go look at some of the other copper stocks, I like this one. It's a mid cap. I think it will get bought out at some point. CCJ, again, we like nuclear stuff. Holding the 50-day. Again, I don't like when Goldman Sachs is upgrading and hyped at the highs, because I know what they do. They unload into their clients' portfolios and they say, okay, oops. Again, CF, Mosaic. Again, we talked about them being oversold near term. Not surprised if they bounce, but we like ag because you got to eat. Play, I got to eat, yo. I don't know. That was pretty lame. AA, we really like aluminum long term. I think it goes into everything. Check this out, right? Oversold, chopping around, bouncing around, come back. Let's just do it now. Let's set an alert near 25. You get it? Holler. XLF, again, I think banks hold all the problems. We talked about it being oversold near term, said watch the 20-day. Oh, why did my box not? Just watch for this. Again, the market goes, this will lead down. Again, it's not leading up. JP Morgan, if they don't want to buy back their stock at these prices, why would you want to buy the stock? I mean, Jamie Dimon's basically saying, sell. Morgan Stanley, talked about this one dropping. Bank of America holding up pretty well. Got to give it credit where credit's due. So again, Goldman, if you took the recommendation to get a Marcus account, get your 5.5%, you don't have to worry about them going out of business as of right now. They're making new all-time highs, looking strong. That's why I like the Marcus accounts. Goldman Sachs, now again, trade on it, trade accordingly. KRE, junior banks, whoo-wee. Ugly. They're holding the range lows for now. XBI, as we talked about, is a a growth proxy. Junior bios, not acting so well. Peaked already, chopping around. Solar, again, you got to be high out of your mind to be buying solar. I mean, I think Eric posted something about another solar company going out of business. Who can afford to buy solar right now? Can't. Insurance prices going up, taxes going up, everything's going up in price. Like insurance, your taxes. Oh, now you're going to spend 20 or 30 grand on solar panels. No. Sedge, we talked about this thing in the 300s. Please, someone leave a comment. Remember when we said this thing was dead? And now it's 90% lower. You're welcome. Congrats. Again, near term, I don't know. I like to think this thing is going lower. We talked about ENPH, short pops, First Solar. Congrats. This is hard. Again, First Solar is a wild beast. Wild beast. Talked about this doji after this huge run. Okay. Don't be surprised, some chopping around, but I mean, Head and Shoulders, shampoo, keep an eye on it. HYG, again, you got to be stupid to be buying corporate debt, in my opinion. Not at this point. Oil, talked about it being oversold, popping. Okay, chopping around. Good. UNG, again, I don't like the UNG longer, like near term, again, because it's a decaying bastard. Overbought. Okay. KOLD, this is the trade. We talked about shorting this in like the 70s and 80s. Hot mama, we talked about now. It's probably going to hit support and chop around because of the way natural gas is. Like, again, look for pops in this. Short it, in my opinion. Big pops, not like $2 pops. I'm talking about like big pops. XOP, we talked about oil and gas names leading down. Global growth proxy, something's going on. Oil names, gas names, look at them all. Down, but chopping around. Again, near term, could they bounce? I mean, you're just keeping an eye on them. ExxonMobil, right? Looks like it's going to break to new all-time highs. It's do it, gives it all back. Back to the 200-day, probably chops around. CVE, again, names that we like that are going to get bought out at some point, in my opinion. Hits the 21s. We've warned that it could be a problem here. Occidental again. Buffett's buying as much as he freaking can, but you know what the irony is? He doesn't want it to go higher. He wants to sell covered calls to buy more stock. If you don't understand this concept, schedule a Zoom with me. I will explain it to you. He is the king of covered calls. Google it. I guarantee you'll find out and figure it out. If not, I'd love to tell you about it. EQT, again, we like these names long term. Let them play out. Flex LNG, last but not least. Again, sorry for the long video, but there's just a lot to talk about going into a quad witching OPEX. Again, I like the idea that we'd be natural gas exporters. Congress is buying the stock. It has a dividend yield of 11% long term. Love it, but let it pull back. Let them puke it up. Let the market do what it does when they throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, I appreciate love, support, generous donations. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know how I can help you. And if you have someone else out there that you really think that could help, this video could help them, please share it. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Or it's not weekend, it feels like it, right? Have a great day. Talk to you soon.